We got to talk about a little buzzing on the Beehive State. Something else that's pretty positive for us. The Wall Street Journal says you should follow the mountains, the sunshine for the best job market. Salt Lake City named the country's hottest job market in the nation, followed by 3 cities in Florida. You got Jacksonville, Orlando, and Tampa. They are all doing well, but not as well as Salt Lake. Oklahoma City rounds out the top 5. Report based on assessments. They went over 380 different metro areas. We came out on top. They look at unemployment rate, how much labor participation is, size of the labor force, wages, all the things that go into just how hot the job market is. This journal says Utah is attracting workers from California, surprise, who've been priced out over there, and now we're starting to price everyone out over here. I mean, I think it's worth mentioning it's not all roses.
No.
With us having the hot job market.
It's all relative.
Balance, because that's kind of what's driving some of the real estate pain that a lot of us have been feeling. The Silicon Slopes obviously bringing in the tech industry. Also a lot of young people drawn to Utah for all the outdoor life and excitement we got going on. And we're the Beehive State, you know, that's our motto. So it only makes sense to have a strong labor force.
That's what it means?
The Beehive is industry.
I'm just testing him.
Industry.
I'm just testing him because Jake knows a lot of things about a lot of things, so it doesn't surprise me. You know, it's interesting because Utah, since I've been here, has grown so much, and that's 5 years. Yeah. I mean, I'm not just talking about becoming an expensive place to live like everywhere else, basically coast to coast, all in relative, but the amount of jobs, the amount of tech, the amount of large corporations that call Utah home or have branches or things here. Just think about it. There's a lot that draws people to Utah, like myself. I can speak at that firsthand, and there's a reason
Brian
why.
Schnee is also one of the draws to Utah.
Yes,
many people are coming to
Come
Utah
here to see us, and the panel on Arc Salt Lake, especially on a Friday with 3 dudes. Didn't expect this either.
But we'll embrace it.
Yeah,
well, we got it.
I didn't expect this. Anyway, it is something else that I think is really interesting because the Journal threw Oklahoma City in there. Anyone ever been?
No.
I have not.
Would you
apparently, it's a good place to be.
The home of the Softball Hall of Fame is the place to go work too? Never knew.
Another little interesting factoid we got out of this. For the first time since the pandemic, more workers would rather have hybrid schedules than apparently work fully remote.
What's that like?
Yeah, the Morning Consult survey says 29% of people prefer coming into the office for part of the week. Just 23% said they'd rather be home full-time, and just under half, 46%, said they'd prefer working in person full-time. I'm going to be honest, I'm not sure I fully trust that survey.
Yeah.
My guess is reasonably more people would rather work from home, or at least be part-time. Right. Really, 46% would rather spend every single day in the office. This is coming from us, who none of us can work from home at all. We're all
it doesn't
doing
work
it all
that way in
office,
this industry, that's for sure.
Also, another study from Wallet Hub suggests Utah is one of the best states in the U.S. to work from home if you have the opportunity to work from home. They figured that out by saying just how nice it is to spend time at home, the cost of internet, cost of electricity, if you've got to spend all that time in there also.
And the views, too.
Apparently, Utah has the largest average home size, according to Wallet Hub, in the nation, and that added into it. So, some interesting little tidbits there.
See, that doesn't surprise me either. Have you looked at what our home square footage, you know, of some of these typical homes here in Utah look like compared to other larger metro areas where you're spending more to get a lot less? Mm-hmm. So in reality, while we can complain about our housing market,
and we do,
and I don't know if it's always a worthwhile complaint when you compare to other larger cities. Salt Lake City, at the end of the day, not massive by any means, but as somebody who was in Moab for 3 days this week, then came back to the Salt Lake Valley, was like, whoa, this is the big city.
The big city.
It was.
Speaking of cities or states that maybe didn't stack up as well, on New Jersey, they were the best when it comes to working from home. The worst ones, Alaska and Montana. So if you want to work from home, maybe stay away from those places.
Internet access issues, maybe, off the beaten path.
I think that would all go into it as well.
Reception.
Yeah.
There's something to be said about not having that, though, and that maybe is a conversation for another time.